We're still fiddling with camera angles. This is the forearm caffeinated owl. I've no idea if that camera's there. That doesn't look too bad. Might need to swing it a little bit. You'll never guess what I've got. Dough. Tonight's all about naans. I'll put a lot of this on Instagram for anyone that wants to come and watch, but in short, I realised when we were planning this, Mrs. Owl is off having a chat with my sister-in-law, well, her sister obviously, before my sister-in-law. So hello to them if they ever watch this. But there's so much proving time. I'm going to do this again in the future, but maybe do a sort of Blue Peter. So we'll do the dough, and then we'll whip one out where we'll sort of prove for an hour and do it that way. But tonight is a very quick one, therefore. Well, not very quick because I natter, but it's naans. So what we've got here is an already... Oh, I should have oiled this. Oh no, failures already. Oh no, I forgot to oil the cling film. A bit slowly, maybe I won't lose too much. But this is our naan dough. Yeah, I should have oiled it. There's a tip for everybody. Oil your cling film before you put it over. Or use a damp tea cloth. But don't forget, because you're going to the gym and need to get this going. Because now I've lost, as you can see, professional stuff, as ever. Professional stuff. But never fear, we might be able to save that. So I'm going to hold on to that. What we've got to start with is our dough. That was originally the size, well, it could fit in my hand. And you'll see it on Instagram. So that's massive. That's a huge amount of development. So I'm going to try and rescue that because I don't like wasting. But we're at the point where, stage right, I'm going to warm up my oven. No sterilising tonight. Just good old-fashioned cooking. So we're going to move that there. So now we're at the stage, because what we've done is we did a basic mix of strong white flour, spot of oil, and that's pretty much it. You've got your salt, you've got your flour, about 500 grams or so, about 10 grams of the salt. You've mixed together activating dry yeast with some tepid water, and a little sweetener to get a little bit of a frothing head back up again. I've realised this will all make much more sense when I do this again and do it from the start, but you basically want an activated yeast to get things going. This is, of course, however, the first time I've done naans. So I'm speaking from the instructions that I've picked up, which are, of course, excellent. Get my trusty spatula out. So once we've done all of them, we've let this prove for, actually, it's slightly overproved, to be fair. I should leave it for about an hour. I've done an hour and longer because I stayed at the gym too long with Mrs. Owl. Although we didn't realise. And we had a nice walk after. So next step is going to try and not knock the air bubbles out of this. Get it out onto my worktop so that we can divide it into what should be about 8 naans worth of material. So right now, and hoping this is the right thing to do, I think it is, just gently running a spatula around just to loosen it slightly. It's lovely though, it's, you see it sort of sighing and breathing, it's great. I of course wash my hands between the gym and now, so we're going to just sprinkle a little bit of flour, just a little bit, so I don't want it to stick. But I hope anyone that comes to watch this as well. Sort of, I'm sure nobody minds, but we'd hope to do live streaming from Venice, and then promptly the plague of 2020 landed. However, on a more practical level, I'll explain what I'm doing in a second. Unfortunately, the Wi-Fi just wasn't strong enough to stream from where we had rented. I'd really hoped it would be, but unfortunately not. That and it was a lovely place to stay, but I didn't even have so much as a sharp knife. It's, to be honest, made things just a little bit trickier than we could deal with the best will of the world. But we're going to recreate what we would have done here, now that we are back in Blighty, if you go by Dad's armyisms. So what you've just seen me sprinkling in the foreground is my seasoning for the naan. I've never done this before. I was simply told if you want more than a plain naan, you could mix in seasoning of your choice. So what I'm going to go for is just a little bit of fennel, because I think that would just be a nice little flavour. But mostly, over here, I'm going to go for cumin as our primary flavour. I could put in some salt and pepper. I think I'm just going to go a little bit simple first time out. So, let's be brave. Come on. Oh, there you go. Professional streaming. I show you the back end of a bowl. That's marvellous, right? So if I just gently and just give it a little centrifugal force, hopefully it'll come out on its own. Ooh. That looks like a scene out of a horror film. I had hoped for lovely looking Bake Off. This looks like something has died in an alien's egg and just gone. Oh no, I think something has happened here. That does not look right at all. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Maybe this is over-proving. So, it's not too bad once I've got it out. Looks like less like the death scene out of Alien whatever film. Showing my age a little bit. Watching Prometheus and just getting generally rather angry that the plot seemed to be the same. Also, if anyone's ever watched Prometheus, why didn't that woman, when the spaceship's falling down like that, just run that way? It fell like this for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, and she didn't just think, hang on a minute, if I run a little bit that way, I'm fine. Anyway, sorry, a bugbear of mine whenever it comes to the film Prometheus, I get rather cross. So I'm going to try, with my bread scraper, to redeem some of this dough, because it seems a shame to waste it. Saturday night, eh, folks? The ASMR sounds of getting dough off cling. Oh, goodness gracious. Right, here we go. Here we go. It's coming off now. Right. So, my great tactical plan here is to incrementally work in the cumin seeds. So, I think, unfortunately, that's about as much as we effectively get. So let's reincorporate this with the... Oh, it's sticky. Oh, it's sticky. Right, hang on. Maybe I should have put a little on my hands. Might be a plan. Oh, I'll just use the bread scraper. Right. So I'm just going to... Oh, no, that's not worked either. Oh, sticky. Keep it moving, folks. I have the sticky alien dough. Just keep it rolling. If we keep it moving, it'll never see us. It's like a T-Rex. The opposite of a T-Rex. Keep moving, and it can't see us. It won't stick. Ow. So, this is... I don't know how far this channel's ever going to get, but if nothing, it'll go down in the flames of... What did this man do? He rolled a naan dough across a white surface, doing little and panicking that it was going to stick. But I don't want to work it too much in all seriousness, because I know that if you do, you knock the air out of it, and I want this quite light. But I managed to roll in over my very clean surface. God, it's sticky. That's going to have to be the revised title of this live stream. Oh God, it's sticky. A few more, there we go. So I'm just going to roll it. Roll it on the railroads. Rolling on the railroad. I'm just singing to myself now. There's nobody even here. That's all right. People can come and watch this retrospectively. See how not to make naans. Right, recipe says I should be able to get an 8 out of this, so I'm just going to try and measure out 8 relatively, sticky, similar shaped quantities. That's too big, I can tell that from the start. Right, so 4. So yes, yes, we're all well. Slightly sad that we genuinely, I know we'd gone off for a nice holiday, but we really had hoped to be able to do some proper Venetian-style dishes from Venice. But just, this isn't going to be a doom and gloom place. This is where you can come to laugh and be jolly about the world. It's a little bit hard when there's a virus passing around and no one seems to know what to do. But honestly, the Italians did, I think, the only thing that was fair and just shut everything. So we were there. Everything was there. It was lovely to see, but everything was shut. And can't really fault them for trying. They did their best. So we had many a cup of coffee, many a macchiatoni was drunk, many a pastry was had. In fact, too many. I've decided not to have any pastries for a while, and I'm doing a different sort of baked confection. Not too happy with this camera angle either, so just sorry if anybody is quietly watching this. I'm just going to tilt you down a little bit because you're not really interested in me, which I don't blame you for. Just going to tighten up your tripod. It's a thing not often said. There we are, that's better. Right, now we can see it more. And I have thrown cumin seeds all over the floor. That's just terribly wasteful. Right, okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That was a bit small. Sorry, small one. 1. If I'd been really professional, I'd have weighed these out or something, but I'm not. Right, next thing is rolling pin and get them vaguely naan shaped. So we can do that any way we want. Let's see if I can, because I've really not helped myself here. Let's just try and make a sort of landing zone for rolling. Well, you go over there. There's a good fella. No, don't hug each other. We'll have a super naan at that rate. I don't know if I've hit on something, but there seems to be a fairly effective way of getting your flavourings in. Ooh, you're a chunky fellow, aren't you? Right. Talking to my doze. So sorry if anybody dozes off. Dad jokes. Right. Okay. So then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and our 10th. Right. Let's see if we can get this quote unquote vaguely naan shaped. Spot of the old flour. Right. Oh, I've rolled that one by accident. Right. It's sort of a bit like that. Naan artistry here. If I go that way just a little bit. That looks nothing like a naan. Just keep going. If in doubt, I have 9 more attempts at this. So one of them must surely end up looking like a naan bread. So that's our next step. So amongst the many Italian things we're going to try includes can't pronounce it.